If you are tired of inconsistent income, if you're tired of unpredictable income, if you're tired of wondering if your coaching business is actually going to work because one week you make money and then you go a few weeks without, there's massive fluctuations, massive swings, and you're just kind of wondering, is this even going to work out? Well, watch this video and Elon's going to help me show you how you can break your limiting beliefs, how you can kind of solve the mindset problems that you might be facing right now. So that way you can actually start getting consistent sales, getting consistent calls in the calendar every single day, growing your business month over month, and having confidence that it's actually going to work out. So let's get into it, guys. If you don't already know me, my name is Jeremy Pogue. I used to work as a high ticket closer and coach, sold over $1 million online. And I quit that last month to start my own business consulting program, consulting company 2 weeks ago. And we've done over 17.5K in the last 2 weeks. So in the first 2 weeks of launching, that's what I did. And this is how, and I'm going to get into that a little bit more, but let's get into it.
Failure must be an option. If failure is not an option, it's going to result in extremely conservative choices, and you may get something even worse than lack of innovation. Things may go backwards.
So right here, Elon Musk, who's worth more money than you could probably imagine, is saying failure must be an option. It must be an option, because if it's not, then you're going to make conservative choices. And if you're making conservative choices in business, you're going to get absolutely destroyed by the person who's out there taking those risks required in order to get to that next level. So if you are afraid of failure, if you're afraid of investing money into your business, if you're afraid of investing time, energy, focus, going all in, you're going to get absolutely annihilated by somebody like Elon, by somebody like me, who's put it all on the line, ready to give up everything, to sacrifice everything to make this work. You're going to get absolutely destroyed. Now, I'm not saying this to like try and boost my ego or anything. It's just like, it's a fact. And I didn't realize this for a long time. That's what kept me stuck. And I'll tell you right now, like, I was making good money at my high ticket sales job and coaching job as well. More money than probably most of the people that I know. But it wasn't what I was called to do. And it was scary. I put off the decision for months to leave and start my own thing because I was afraid of failure. But when I decided that, you know what, I'm just going to draw a line in the sand. I know what I need to do. I know what my intuition and my heart is telling me to do. I just need to do it. So I told him I was quitting. I told him I was quitting. I had no idea what I was going to do, what kind of business I was going to start. No idea. But I knew that if I kept making conservative choices, then I would get nowhere. And 12 months from now, I'd be in the same place. And I could not stand that. So I drew a line in the sand. I said, you know what? I'm going all in. I'm putting everything on the line. I'm going all in. I had been afraid to use my personal Instagram account for business because more than half of my 1,200 followers on there right now are from like high school and college. And like, there's always that thought in the back of your mind that's like, oh, well, what are they going to think of me? Or like, I don't want to share my Stripe screenshots or talk about money because I don't want my friends who aren't in this space to think of me a certain way. And I just said, I had enough. I just said, you know what? I don't care anymore, because if I don't do this, if I don't go all in, A, I'm going to fail. That's like a surefire way to guarantee failure. And B, even if I do see a little bit of success, I'm going to get completely wiped out by the guy that went all in. So let's kind of get into this a little bit. So like, what does that look like? You know, because it's great to like say this hypothetically, like theoretically, but like, what does it actually look like when you get into going all in, right? It's like, let's say we take like this guy over here and this guy over here. They've got the same business. They've got the same, going after the same clients, same everything. Except dude A over here, he's afraid to use his Instagram account for biz. So maybe he starts a separate business account. I'll guarantee you right now, it's going to take you so much longer to get traction. It's going to take you like, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Trust me on that one. He is hoarding his money. He's hoarding his cash. Right? I've done this a lot. Like naturally, I am very conservative, but I know that that's just like a character trait that I can change. Because if we think about money, like where does money come from? It comes from the word. Like what is money? It's simply just a currency. Where does currency come from? From the word current. What's a current? Well, if we think about like a river and like a river that flows into a lake, and then there's a stream over here, right? If you have, well, let's compare that with a river that goes into a lake that does not have a stream coming out on the other side. There's no current on this side, right? Number one, like the one on the top right here, this is going to be extremely, like the water inside of here is going to be extremely healthy. There's going to be lots of fish swimming around. There's going to be lots of plants, lots of seaweed and stuff. Maybe not, I don't know, but whatever makes a lake healthy. I'm no marine biologist here, but I hope you get the point. And the reason it's healthy is because it has input and it also has output coming out the other side. And then that gets evaporated and then goes right back into rain to come in. And it's a cycle. It keeps it fresh. It's refreshing all of the time. Whereas down here, lake number 2, that's stagnant. It's got water coming in, but it doesn't really have water going out. Well, what's going to happen to this water down here? It's going to be stagnant. It's going to start to get dirty. All the fish are going to start to die because there's no nutrients coming in and out. And there's going to be a lot of it's just going to start turning green. It's going to be disgusting. And it's the same thing with our business. It's the exact same thing with our bank account. If you hoard your money, like number 2 down here, if you hoard your money, like let's say you make a sale, awesome, it goes into the business bank account or your bank account, and you hoard it because you're afraid. You're in a scarce mindset. Nothing's going to come out. All your fish are going to die, and you're going to be left with nothing. Your business is going to start to die. Whereas you make a sale up here, awesome, it goes in here, and you're like, okay, cool. Money is just a tool to help me continue to grow, right? Like if you're just starting out, making money shouldn't be your goal right now. Growing the business should be. Obviously make like pay your bills. You got to live. But like reinvest it back into the business. Get that money out of here. Like you don't want money to stay in here because it's losing value with inflation. But like realistically, like the opportunity cost of hoarding that money is costing you so much more in the long term. Because like, for example, with ads, I know how to turn $1 into $6. So every $1 that I keep in here means I'm losing out on $5 or $6 on the other side. That I could then turn that 5 or 6 into like 30, and then that 30 into whoever knows, I don't know, math, but Like, you get the point, and then it just compounds and spirals out of control, right? So this is going to look like this. If you treat your money in your business and you keep reinvesting and feeding back into it, it's going to look like this. Whereas right now, your business probably looks like this, right? So if you can relate to that, well, here's why. It's probably because you're being way too conservative with your cash and you're not reinvesting it back into the business, right? This business owner is going to make a ton of money. This business owner is going to stay broke and going to go have to get a job to pay their bills. So hopefully this makes sense. And to kind of live by example, just today I invested into another program because I know I've had a good last couple of weeks, but if I just keep that money in here and I try and hoard my money and quote unquote build my wealth by you're not building your wealth by hoarding your money. You build your wealth by building assets that are worth a lot of money. But if I do that, then I'm not going to make sales. My business is going to stay the same 3, 6, 12 months from now. I don't want that to happen. I want to scale to 100K a month. And I'm not going to get there in the next 12 months if I hoard all of my cash. I have to redeploy it. I got to reinvest it, throw it back into the business, get it out. Because the more money that stays in my checking account, the less potential there is, the less sales I'm going to make in the future. It's delay the gratification, get it back in there, and you'll make so much money. So literally today, I invested into a program so I can continue to learn. This one's about, we'll see. Keep that on the DL. But it's going to be good, and I think that's going to help me dominate in the next year to come. And then I'm also dumping a ton of money back in ads. I mean, not even a lot of money. Right now, I'm just spending $100 a day. Right? If you asked me 90 days ago, that would have been a lot of money. But right now, $100 a day, it's who cares? It's only $3K a month. Right? It's $3K a month. I'd have to be a vegetable plugged into a machine not to make a sale for $3K in a month to make that back. Especially because what this is doing is just giving me way more eyeballs on my stuff. That's supposed to be an eyeball. Let's redraw that. Right? Way more eyeballs, which means feeding right into the funnel. If I put 3K in, get a lot of eyeballs here, and then they go through my content, they get warmed up, get onto a call, and then join the program because they actually want to scale and make money, and they're tired of being broke and having inconsistent sales and unpredictable income, right? That's what it's going to look like. Literally once I make the next sale, I'm probably going to double this and then turn this into 6K, right? Spend $200 a day, make a sale, boom. Spend 9K, right? Just keep stacking it because all it's going to do is it's just going to compound. The more I put in, the more I get out. And right now it's I don't need a lot of money to live. I think you guys would be surprised. I live in a beautiful apartment in a really nice place. Between that, fitness stuff, I only need 3 or 4K a month. And I eat a lot of food. Most of that's food. It's literally just food and rent and then bills and stuff, right? So it's everything on top of that. I would be an idiot to just hoard it and to keep it in my bank account because it's not doing me any good sitting there. I got to get rid of it, It's once it comes in, okay, have enough, pay myself first, have enough to pay rent next month, and so I don't get kicked out of here, and then dump everything else back into the business because it's you can make so much more money, But where I see a lot of people stuck, and we didn't even talk about this up here, but I hope you get the point, right? It's You got person A that's afraid to do this, they're hoarding their money, and then person B who's just going all in, putting it all on the line, sacrificing everything, dumping every dollar they've got back into the business. Like, I don't know if you remember back in school, but like this sign means person B is going to win. They're going to make so much money. They're going to dominate. The word of mouth is going to spread like wildfire. They're going to build an audience. They're going to monetize it. They're going to keep learning, right? And keep leveling up and keep making a ton of money. So like the two investments that I'm doing right now, like the program that's going to help me build my skills, which will lead to better results, not only for me, but also for my clients, because now I can teach these skills to my clients to help them get better results and build a better program. And it's going to help with my marketing and everything, right? Whereas down here on ads, this builds my audience. Because like right now, most likely your main bottleneck is like not enough people know about you. Like Grant Cardone says in his book, the 10X rule, it's like your biggest problem right now is obscurity. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody knows about you, right? And then what this is going to do is it's going to lead to more calls in the calendar and more sales, right? So I can just take this and then literally just like keep doing this. If I ever turn off ads or stop investing in programs or courses and or people that can actually like team members are probably next for me because I have a lot of the skills, then I'm an idiot and I don't deserve to win in business, right? Like one thing that a lot of people get wrong is like they feel like they're entitled, just because they started a business and they took that first leap, they feel like they're entitled to success and they're entitled to making money. You are the furthest thing from entitled to success. I'll tell you that right now. Like you gotta work for it. It's a zero-sum game, and you're fighting against other people. You're in an arena battling against your competitors for business. And if you're not going all in and everybody else is, you're not gonna be around for very long. So that said, if you guys are tired of like being stuck in your business and you're looking for a place to help you actually grow and do this, like booking a call down below. There's a link in the description. Booking a call if you're actually serious about this, because I will be raising the prices on December 5th, which is my birthday. And now is kind of the last chance to get in while it's still relatively affordable. And I think you'd be surprised. The goal is to get some incredible case studies straight out the gate, which I already have. Like one of my guys, he's got 400 followers on Instagram and he's booking 3 calls a day. Like, come on. And yeah, literally just break down exactly everything that I've done, plus a lot more, to do 17K in the last 2 weeks. My first 2 weeks in business with like no real audience. So if you're actually serious and you want some real systems and stuff to actually grow and to scale, then book in a call. Let's chat. Bring your credit card and get ready to commit. Get ready to go all in, because if you're going to, if you actually want to be successful in business, you want to make it work, you got to take those risks. You got to make it work. You got to keep investing and leveling up. Otherwise, you're going to get blown out of the water. So that's it for today's video. I just wanted to kind of get that off my chest. I wish somebody told me this earlier. I'll tell you that right now. I wish somebody told me this earlier, because if you do this, you're going to make a ton of money and it's going to be so hard for you not to. So if you thought this was helpful, let me know in the comments down below. If you're actually serious about doing this, even if you don't have the cash right now, like look into PayPal credit. I'm pretty sure you can get like 6 months of 0% financing up to like 5K. If you do that, let me know. Book in a call. Let's make it happen. All right. So stay tuned for the next video and let's go make some money.